Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Legend playthrough. We are going to head out of Kyrieru. I was originally going to start this video back in Dresden, but unfortunately we get stopped along the road as we teleport back, or maybe fortunately, depending how you want to consider it. But we have a little conversation to do before we get back to our city. Brothers, sisters, I'm having a vision. I see her. I see the holy martyr. There she is, standing before me as if she were alive, just like in her sacred image. A dirty, exhausted fighter in rusted armor jabs his fingers at Ember, staring at her so intently that his eyes seem to bulge out of their sockets. Hey Toil, look over there. It's definitely her. Don't be so ridiculous. Oh, I see her too. And who's that next to her? Is that the commander? A heavy-set female tiefling with broken horns and a convict brand on her cheek takes a hesitant step towards us. Yes, it's them. I swear by the holy tears of the martyr, it's really them. Turda, the bricklayer who once stormed into your room to tell you Ember had been abducted, looks at you in awe. What are you talking about? I'm not a vision. I'm alive. Instead of answering, Toil falls on her knees before Ember and the others follow her example. What are you doing? Stand up. Stand up now. We'll do whatever the holy martyr asks of us, the knights stand. Where are you going? We are going to the unholy altar of Baphomet, the one shattered by the tears of our Ember the Righteous. The surviving Templars, led by the demon Thaskarad, decided it was time to repair it and start offering up sacrifices again, since she was no longer here. They started with our former cultists. They keep them captive and kill them off one by one. We don't abandon our own people. We're going to free them and shatter the altar into dust while we're at it, along with the demon and his minions. I won't lie to you, Commander. We could really use some help, but we have no time to gather reinforcements. Every hour we delay could mean a death sentence for one of our brothers and sisters. If you and the preacher decide to help us, we'll be grateful to the end of our days. If not, well, we'll somehow have to handle it on our own. We'll help you. Ember looks at you. We will help, won't we? Now go. I wish you luck in the battle. I'll come to your aid. Yeah, we'll help them. Thank you, Commander. With both you and Ember the Righteous on our side, we cannot lose. Bless us, O Righteous One. I'm not a goddess to dole out blessings, but I wish you success. Ember smiles broadly. Those 6 crusaders are definitely going to die if we don't help them.
Watch out for trouble.
Is this the area we actually fight? No, definitely not. Oh, we also have a Horror Smilodon now, which we can actually ride. I think. Pretty sure that we can. Which makes our character just so much faster. We'll try and keep ourselves mounted, although it is an enormous pain in the ass, and we haven't been doing a very good job with Sela, so we'll see what happens. Alright, now we're in Dresden. Okay, so we have some quests. We have many quests to do. Talk to Hiller, talk to Anevia, talk to Sul, yep. Go to the Nameless Ruins. That's Nenio's quest eventually. We have to do the puzzles. The Hellknight outpost, we have to take care of that problem that's going on there. Baphomet Shrine, we gotta deal with that. Yep, there's so many things we gotta get done. But that's okay, we'll get started on them right now. We're gonna buy some resources because we have tons of money and we have absolutely no... Actually, we have a fair amount of resources now that I look at it, but I'm still gonna buy some more. Alright, let's start getting an actual army. Let's move the... I want my armies. These ones. Crusader Army 1, we're going to rename to Alpha Force. We're gonna make it cool sounding. Although I don't think any of those units are units that we can recruit normally. Nope. Change my mind. Reserve 1. And we're going to put the elementals in with Reserve Force 1. And they're going to go sit somewhere else. Like over here. Now we're going to hire an actual army. You guys can just stay there. That's fine. And we're going to make it consist of conscripts. Who do I want in this group? I guess rangers? And can we assign a general? Yes, good. We can assign a general to this army, which is nice. Our good general, I guess. We might just make this a good army and then just use reserves for my backup army. We are out of resources. There we go. So we have 34 troops. We're going to change our formation a little bit. Actually, I'm going to change it a lot. Like that. Alright, that's a decent-ish army. I guess. We only have 4 out of 6 units in it, though. Anyways, we do have an army. Why do we have a exclamation mark on Keeper's Canyon? We've never been to that location. We for sure have been to that location. Oh, it's only an exclamation mark for our army. Why? Oh, we probably have a upgrade available for it. That's what it is. Okay. Let's do our 3 upgradey things that are going to happen as soon as we enter the city. We probably have a citadel upgrade for it, or outpost upgrade to a fortress or whatever it's called. Greyboar looks very serious. He speaks quietly, as if he doesn't want to be overheard. Commander, you and I need to go to a very important meeting. I'd like to tell you more, but I'm afraid I can't give you any further details. You'll just have to trust me. We need to go to the dry crossroads. It's not far from Dresden, but you and I will have to go alone. No one else is allowed at this meeting. Let me know when you're ready to travel. I assure you that this meeting is very important. Greyboar gives you a sly wink and melts silently. It'll be interesting. Wink at him, I think it's time for us to leave. Greyboar smiles slightly. There's an eager gleam in his eyes. Yes, I think so, Commander. It'll be a long trip, but I'll try to keep you entertained with small talk. The dwarf's eyes shine with anticipation. His cryptic smile speaks volumes. There's clearly something he wants to tell you. Alright, that'll do that later, I guess. Lady Konami doesn't look nearly as confident or as bold as before. Commander, what a blessing it is to have you back. Mendev is in need of your help. There's been a revolt in Nerosian. The disgruntled nobles are completely out of control. They proclaimed the royal council dissolved and arrested several of its members. Many politicians were accused of collaborating with the demons. Some were executed, others were torn apart by the crowd. The first treasurer has fled. There's fighting in the streets between mercenaries hired by the aristocrats and the guard, who is loyal to the royal council. Dresden has received letters from the insurgents as well as the loyal servants of the crown requesting your support, but both the royal guard and I have faith you will elect to defend the legitimate authority. This faith is not misplaced, is it? Lady Konami regards you with a devotion you've never seen in her before. If the powerful have gone mad and are spilling blood in the streets, there is only one force that can stop them, the Church. We'll appeal to the clerics to intervene in this conflict. Their voices will be heard. Why would we bother saving the Royal Council? So it can keep pushing us around? I propose we publicly support the nobles. If a few esteemed elders were to depart from the council, it wouldn't be a terrible loss for the nation. The politicians have neglected their duty, but maybe the soldiers won't. There's got to be some honest generals left in Mendev. We'll ask them to bring their troops to the capital and put an end to the unrest. I know a thiefling, Zarsi. She's from the River Kingdoms. She was saying something about a young state over in the Stolen Lands that managed to cobble together a proper, cohesive nation from a bunch of riffraff. Pretty slick considering how tricky it was to make them not hate each other's guts. Want to invite them to help us patch things up? Let's take a look at our choices. So, we can get the church, which gives us a holy relic. I'm going to see what that does. +4 charisma, wisdom also allows the wearer to cast greater angelic aspect as a 20th level cleric. Cool. Nobles will give us a family heirloom, which is a cloak of astounding powers. It's a cloak resistance +5. And whenever the wearer lands a killing blow, all enemies within a 15-foot radius must pass a will save or become blinded for 4 rounds. Actually pretty good. Drafted gives us relic armor, which is Overlord's chainmail, +5 mithril chain, +5 insight on persuasion. Skills made to intimidate. It's actually pretty damn good, honestly. The River Kingdom one gives +2 inherent bonus to all ability scores. Holy shit. Probably gonna go with Woolgifs, honestly. That's a huge bonus. Like an undeniably huge bonus. That's just not as good, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is good. The goggles grant the wearer a +15 competence bonus on persuasion, as well as lore and knowledge skill checks. That's a lot of skills. But I think I'm gonna go... What's declaring independence, actually? +7 power, 100,000 finance points, and we get a bunch of other stuff, but I don't want that. Let's go get the potion. The potion is extremely good. That's the potion, right? Yep. Wolchif send letters to the River Kingdoms. Mendev needs their help. I'll drop a line to Zarcy so she doesn't get us some random nobody. She should find, like, the best advisors there. Maybe like a counselor. Sounds neat, huh? A foreign counselor has arrived in the capital to give everyone responsible a good whooping. What if they're a troll or something? The River Kingdoms is one wacky place, you know? I apologize once more for all misunderstandings we've had in the past, Commander. I thank you, and I won't take any more of your time. As soon as the situation in Neurosian changes, I will immediately convene the Diplomatic Council to give you a full report. +2 to all scores is really good. Commander, glad to see you back with us. Captain Harmatan has barely changed since your last meeting, but his glare is now even heavier than before, and his arms and face bear new scars. You arrived just in time. There's unrest within your forces once again. Unfortunately, once you returned, so did the wary. They're turning the soldiers against you. I'm afraid we're dealing with an open mutiny. They're agitating for the army to abandon Dresden and march to Eyes to Her Majesty's aid. If we don't stop them, the outcome may be disastrous. Let's meet with the wary. I don't believe it'll be hard to convince them that their plan is pure madness. We'll gather loyal officers and send them to speak with the soldiers, unarmed and with open heart. We'll convince them to turn their backs on these madmen and their mutiny. Mutinies will be suppressed with absolute severity. We'll surround all units engaged in the revolt and will arrest and hang the agitators publicly. Behind every rebellious leader is a very angry second-in-command who dreams of promotion. We'll just hint the fastest way to get it, and the mutiny will fade away by itself, with the added benefit of refreshing our staff. Alright, we can do Charismatic for all generals, which is +15 to combat morale. We can get Decimation. Any unit in the army gets a +3 to combat morale when damaged. Killing leaders gives us bloodthirsty officers. Enemy units get a -15 penalty. Or we can parlay with them, which increases our morale. I think I'm actually going to do the parlay with the wary version. Praise be to your voice of reason, Commander. I'll send negotiators immediately. I don't know what use we can possibly expect from parlaying. My heart tells me that nothing good will come of it. If you play along with the mutineers now, another mutiny will soon follow. This is a bad decision. Seriously, I can't think of a worse decision. Wonder what test of strength is. All units get a +1 to combat morale each turn. You know what? Let's just go to appeal to their conscience, I guess. It's too charismatic. I'm sure that none of our officers will refuse to address the army. May the goddess help us bring these poor souls to their senses. Keep you up to date on how things unfold. As soon as there are any developments, I will reconvene the council. Fine. You, Commander, glad to see you back at the head of the military council. A decision is required of you more urgently than ever. Here's the situation. We don't have an army, in the strictest sense, and the enemy is putting up much more of a fight than previously. Judging by the reports, the demons are relying less and less on the armies of their mortal servants and the power of simple blades, and more on magic and dark sorceries. We must respond in kind by bolstering our forces with expert spellcasters. I'm prepared to send an order to Canabras at once, requesting the necessary reinforcements. I propose we support our army with bardic magic. Bards learn all kinds of spells in their travels, and their songs can inspire our warriors and give them the strength to fight. The demons know their vile magics, but I know something stronger than that, the power of the gods. We need war priests in our army. Their spells will chase away the darkness and heal the wounded. We would do well to invite monks into our army. They've been hardened by a lifetime of training, and even demonic corruption cannot harm them. If you're in need of mages versed in the art of killing, you should contact Daggermark Poisoners Guild. Their alchemists are second to none when it comes to making deadly poisons or utilizing them in battle. So we can get some units, obviously. So our church guards are going to become either war priests, which they have Dispel, Aura of Courage, and Cure Moderate Wounds. They also have 179 hit points, okay armor, decent power, a moderately good attack power as well. So they're not bad. Monks they have Shield Wall. Their unarmed strike is pretty good. They have a boatload of hit points. Just so many hit points. Pretty good armor class. They're actually not bad. The Poisoneers, we can get Assassins, who do just so much damage. They are kind of light in terms of armor class, or hit points, and armor class for that matter, but that damage is intense. They can sneak move, can teleport to any unoccupied square instead of moving, and The unit's attacks poison the target and deal a -2 penalty to strength. I think assassins might be the way we're going to go, but let's check bards first. Again, a moderate or a lowish amount of hit points. Aura of superiority. All units within 2 squares get +2 to all ability scores for 1 round. +3 bonus to attack for 1 round. +4 bonus saving throws and +3 AC. They have an okay amount of damage. I think we'll go with assassins, honestly. We'll call upon the Daggermart Poisoners Guild for help. I'll see if I can get us a discount. Tell the colleagues this is going to be a bulk order. A whole lot of demonic spellcasters who desperately need to die. That's a veritable goldmine. I'll send a letter to Canabras immediately, requesting a group of spellcasters be sent to our aid. I'm certain they will arrive soon, Commander. Thank you. Council done. Let's quickly check our decrees, and then we'll head out. I'm not even sure whose quest we're going to do. Greybore, maybe? All these things have been updated. Decrees. We can do Royal Conscription, which actually might be a good idea. We kind of need more soldiers. Let's do Royal Conscription. We don't have any relics to do, which is weird. Usually we do. We actually have not much to do at the moment. We're not doing Xanthir's experiments because we're not going... Well, we can't go swarm at this point anyways. It doesn't matter anymore. It would just knock down our morale, which we need to keep up. And, yeah. I guess that's it. So where are we headed to? Let's head to... Well, let's talk to Sol, I guess, first. Quickly. He's going to want us to save the mongrels because they're idiots. That's all we do is save them. Alrighty. Where is Sol? He said he was coming to Dresden, I just don't know where. Let's go to the streets. We'll also talk to Hiller because we need to talk to him about the Spinner of Nightmares, which is another quest. We also need to go down near Eyes and go do Finian's thing to get him to be a better weapon. He actually turns into a slightly worse weapon. Kind of. Alright, if I were Sol, where would I be? You know? I have no idea. Oh, he's down there. He's down there by land. Okay. Wait. Come here. We have our mount. We cannot saddle up in the city? Oh, I was hoping that would be a much faster way of getting there. Alright, well, long walk, I guess. We haven't even gotten to try out our new, I'm gonna turn this on. I should turn on all the staggering things for all the critical hit things we've got. So we got staggering and sickening critical. Both of them are now on. My throat's a little sore today? Not really sore, just kind of like gargly today. Don't know how to describe it, but where's Lan? Did I not go to the right place? I did not go to the right place. I am an idiot. Let's go over here. My bad. Wrong door. And staircase. I went to the barracks. I should have gone to the back alley where everyone just kind of is hanging out. Sol is looking better. His wounds have been bandaged, his gaze is more lucid, and yet he's still not the same peaceful old man you left in Dresden. His haggard pale face bears the mark of emaciation and death. The commander is back. So am I. Can't believe it. Lan chuckles. You must be charmed or something. I bet Svamalek thinks you must have died a long time ago, but here you are, wheezing away. Come on then, tell us what happened. We need to hurry. What happened to the mongrels while I was gone? Sol lets out a wheezing, heavy sigh. At first nothing unusual. We were just living our lives, but then the whole tribe got stricken with something, like with disease. Your arms ache, your legs ache, it tears you from the inside. No one knew anything about it, and then one night we all woke up. Sol thinks for a moment. Can't remember what came next. I remember opening my eyes and walking. I'm walking out the gate. The guard stops me and I say, Lady Anevia's orders. He doesn't believe me and I just grab him. Oh, I don't remember. I really don't. He shakes his head as if trying to drive away the dark thoughts. Like a nightmare it was. I remember us walking a long way. I remember the white eyes of a demon. People screaming. It's sickening to remember. I can guess what was happening there. Svamalek performed his vile ritual again. Yes, he fed them human flesh, and when that wasn't enough for some, he would sting them with his poison. Sol shudders. Those who survived became something else. Do you remember where it is? Yes, there were ruins, the Valley of Temples, he called them. Sel frowns as he searches his memory. He said something about the city hanging over a rift, an ancient city. The City of Eyes. It's a funny coincidence that we need to go there anyways, although it's not much of a surprise really. The demons are either cowards or idiots, so that's probably why Xvim is sticking close to Eyes, so he can turn tail and run back to his friends if things get ugly. Well, I will bring... This is kind of what I want to say, but I'm not going to. I'll bring your people back, trust me. We will, Chief. I've sworn to destroy Xvim no matter what it takes, and I'll keep my word. Maybe you can't. Maybe there's no bringing them back anymore. Whoever's poisoned is poisoned forever, but seeing them before I go, even like that, would be a blessing. Lance chuckles bitterly. Hey now, the commander's already promised us that we'll get everyone back. Don't make him reconsider. And don't you go dying on us before we get back, you hear? Alright. That's dealt with. Do we want to get... We might as well pick up the Spinner of Nightmares quest over here as well. Get that set up. So that we can go leave the city for a while and go do a bunch of quests in a row. We can do Ember's quest. We could... Well, we're not going to bring Lan along, so we're not going to do Lan's quest, but we can do Spinner of Nightmares quest. We can do Finian's quest. We could... Do we need to bring Regil to... That's the prison. What am I doing? Do we need to bring Regil along to the Hellknight outpost, I wonder? Maybe? We can also check One-Eye's stores here. One-Eye's store here. He probably has different things. I'm kind of curious if he has anything new from the new act. Anything good? Let's go price in descending order. Scythe +2 is the best thing you got, so no. The answer to that is a firm no. Okay. Could you just go in? Does our pet actually have to be here for this? I guess technically the answer is yes. And of course it's pathing right into the wall, being extremely slow. Up we go. Next level. Hillor. That's not Hillor. Where's Hillor? Hillor. Hillor's face is ashen. He retains his impeccable posture, but from time to time he winces in pain. Commander, I beg for your help. I picked up the Spinner of Nightmares trail again. I figured out that her den is near the City of Eyes. It's where she plays host to demons. It would have been too risky to storm the place. I didn't want to put others' lives in danger. I snuck in alone to catch her off guard. I nearly got to her, but... I don't know what you saw in the abyss, but what I saw at the Spinner of Nightmares den, it was horrible. Please help me. My daughter is in great danger. Grave, unthinkable danger. Please finish my hunt. Kill the Spinner of Nightmares. Save my daughter. I'm counting on you. Have to go. Alright, we got the Spinner of Nightmares map location. There's quite a twist in that particular story, which you would know if you watched the first series I did on this game. For either, well, not the Swarm that Walks, but the other god. The, Elira, the monk. Alright, we're good. Let's get out of here. We're leaving the city. We picked up all the quests. What quests are we going to do first? Embers, I think. We're going to go do Baphomet's thing. And then we'll deal with... I want to say Regil's thing, probably. Maybe we should deal with Regil's thing first, now that I think about it. We'll leave Darren behind. Bring Regil. We can leave Darren behind and bring Regil. We can do both quests, actually. Regil's not a bad character. We need to level him up a little bit, but... We'll just bring him along to Ember's quest. We can leave Darren there for now. Well, Darren is one of our main characters. We don't necessarily need his healing that much. What level is he, actually? How many levels back is he? He is 17 out of 18? Okay. I mean, we can just do this quickly then. Probably Piranha Strike. And... Rage. Sure, doesn't really matter. Oh, is he 2 levels back? Damn it, now I need to load his build. I shouldn't have done this. Alrighty. Regil. Oh my god, am I blind? There it is. Okay. Oh right, I changed his build from the way I was doing it before. let's just change them. Let's go with weapon. Oh, we already had weapon focus. Let's go with Iron Will. Will saves are always an annoying thing. I mean, deadly. Lethal stance, double lethal stance bonus while rolling to confirm the crit. Yeah, okay, we can do that one. Or maybe not. Let's just go with... Let's just go back to... Let's just retain his bloodline powers for now. I think he was using good ones anyways. Don't really need to worry about it. Alright, we have spells. Mage armor is useless, but I don't care. And protection from arrows is also useless, but I also don't care. He's never going to cast any of these spells. There. Mythic ability. He still gets one mythic ability, right? 2 weapon fighting mythic, or weapon focus mythic. +2 to hit. That's about +2 to hit to... I think he has greater. So that's 2. Maybe 4. That's fine. And we'll grab... Does he have last stand? He does, good. He gets a lot of attacks per round. Could just do a leading strike. Yeah, okay. Leading strike's fine. And we'll get... weapon focus. Because he needs to hit things, and his attack bonuses aren't actually that great. 24 and 24 is not ideal. I mean, yeah, he's got some wisdom drain, but that's not going to change the fact that he's hitting on 24s. Or he's got +24 to hit, I should say. Not hitting on 24s. There's a significant difference between him and our main character. Alright, let's go talk to the Hellknights. I'm sure they have something really fun to say. Hellknights, let's go.
Watch out for trouble.
We're on trial here. Actually, oh, never mind. I mean, if I had to kill all the Hellknights, I probably could. The Hellknight outpost welcomes you with a sharp and inhospitable silence. Tall figures in black imposing armor tower over you. There are no threats or greetings, nothing at all. Virgil takes his place in the formation near Paralictors Renth, Tai, and Diothan, but slightly ahead of them. There's a barely noticeable shift in his position and demeanor. It's almost like he's getting ready to perform a wearisome and unpleasant task. You all know why we are gathered here today. Today, the Order emissaries will hear the results of my investigation into the actions of the individual known as the Commander of the Fifth Crusade, as well as decide the fate of said individual. Fine, I'll hear what you have to say. I will state the facts as they are known to me. You will reserve the right to speak in your own defense. Virgil's voice remains cold and unpleasantly impersonal. I will start with the main reason for today's assembly. The source of the Commander's supernatural powers had been hidden from us until recently, but now it's clear the emergence of these abilities was caused by Arilu Vorlesh, a criminal and an enemy that unequivocally and unconditionally must be destroyed. Whether the Commander is her associate or an involuntary tool is yet to be determined. We can diplomacy this out, and we need a, well, we can easily diplomacy this out. I neither cooperate with nor obey her. It would be proper to present at least one piece of evidence confirming the cooperation between the Commander and Vorlesh the criminal. So far, your accusation has not been supported by any proof. Let us continue. Aside from the source of the power, there's also the matter of its application. You're heeding the advice of the esteemed goddess Iomade. The Commander rejected the gifts bestowed upon him by Arilu Vorlesh. By doing so, he cravenly endangered the very mission of closing the world wound. We are left with but one key that can permanently solve the problem, and this key is a witch that is hiding, not even God knows where. The Commander's decision was contradictory. He both ruined the enemy's plans and made our task significantly harder. I say, actually, did you really just accuse me of getting rid of the power that Aureliu Vorlesh bestowed upon me against my will? Rigel pays no attention to your words. We'll also scrutinize the commander's temperament. The main question of interest was whether we could rely on such an ally. What if he became a puppet in the hands of our enemies? To determine this, I took the liberty of staging a test that featured several treacherous demons. The result of the test was exceptional. The commander is capable of seeing through demonic deception and can successfully resist their tricks if he wishes to. I say nothing. Enough. Paralictor Eminos Renth raises his hand, calling for silence. He and the other paralictors exchange glances and they nod in turn. We have seen and heard enough. The verdict is clear. What we have heard is sufficient to conclude that the accusations against the commander are unsubstantiated. We have no reason to suspect our ally of treason or associating with Aureliu Vorlesh. From now on, the orders are prepared to provide all assistance to the Fifth Crusade. Regil listens very closely, sometimes nodding in accord with the words of his fellow paralictor, then states in a wary and disagreeable voice, I disagree and officially dispute this decision. Do you intend to maintain your cooperation with the individual known as the commander of the Fifth Crusade, even after everything you have heard? Unbelievable. This stupid and perfidious decision puts you on the same page with the demon lackey we have been discussing. Paralictor Derange is absolutely correct. No one has better knowledge or more in-depth experience in this matter than him. Derange, that's enough. We are not going to argue like cantankerous old men. This decision is final, and you know that you have no means to dispute it. That is correct, I do not, but I have a different way of correcting your stupid, childish mistake. Rigel narrows his yellow eyes and gives you a piercing glare. I hereby challenge you to a duel, Commander. This is irresponsible of you, Derange, but lawful. I cannot interfere even though I very much want to. The orders refuse to support you, and you are making a fool of yourself to soothe your wounded pride. Such behavior is not befitting of a paralictor. As you wish. Clear the room and make the necessary preparations. I'm sorry. I'm going to hit you in the face, and it's going to hurt. I know we both have last stand, though, so it's going to be kind of annoying in that regard. I declare the start of the duel. May justice be done. Who has the better initiative, though? I wonder. I do, by a bit.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Enough of this farce and this petty squabbling. The verdict has been passed, and it's not subject to appeal. The Hellknight orders have no complaints against the Fifth Crusade or its commander. Indeed, we are not confident we can completely trust you, Commander. From this moment, not only will Hellknights continue fighting in the Worldwound as allies of the Crusaders, we shall also put our elite squads under your command. The Worldwound must be closed, and we will assist you to the best of our ability. Amenos gives Regil a steely glare. We also apologize for the actions of Paralictor Derange. He has overstepped his bounds and made a number of other questionable decisions that make us doubt his competence. He is henceforth removed from command of his chapter and stripped of his Paralictor rank, pending further orders from Godclaw headquarters. Regil's expressionless face is impossible to read, and he appears to be unfazed as always. He simply shrugs in response to Amenos' words. I hope there'll be no further misunderstandings between us. There won't be, Commander. The purpose of this council was to eliminate them. Regil, now no longer a Paralictor, does not move or make a sound, but instead casts a quick glance that lets you know he'd like to speak in private. I wonder how hard we hit him.
I believe I owe you an explanation, Knight Commander.
Regil does not appear to be shaken or perturbed by what just happened. His stern expression changes slightly, for a fleeting moment, becoming calmer and more pensive. I'm listening.
First, I'd like to paint you a picture of the situation I found myself in shortly before we met. I was one of the first to receive the information about an individual supposedly chosen by the gods, who appeared in Canopris. This message was followed by the news that the Queen of Mendev had appointed this person as the commander of the new crusade. The orders reacted in every conceivable way. I imagine that you and anything even remotely related to you was being discussed in every corner of every Hellknight citadel. I did not have to be present to imagine the words spoken and the suggestions offered, nor the chaos. The orders often cannot agree, even among themselves. Anticipating the upcoming arguments, I submitted a petition and volunteered to attach myself to the new commander in order to assess his leadership and discover the true nature of his powers. But a good strategist looks far into the future. The role I gave myself was just the beginning. I watched and prepared contingency plans for every potential turn of events, such as if you turned out to be a menace that must be destroyed, or if you turned out to be a valuable asset and our best hope of triumphing over the abyssal host. An ally who must be supported, no matter the cost. I have been a Hellknight for most of my life. I know the orders like the back of my hand. All our might, determination, and glory, as well as our weaknesses. Unfortunately, it was clear that not all of us would appreciate the tremendous potential of such an important piece showing up on the board. I could write dozens of reports, give you the most stellar of testimonies, and that still wouldn't be enough to convince the skeptics.
And what would the consequences of the Hell Knight's disapproval be?
For you, the worst-case scenario would have involved a war on 2 fronts. Having said that, I do not think things would have gotten that far. You have proven yourself to be an ally to the entire world, not a threat to it. Still, even the loss of support from the Hell Knights, or the hostility of individual highly aggressive orders, could have cost your crusade dearly. I wanted to avoid that crisis.
And what would you put in these reports? What's your honest opinion of me?
I believe you are our best chance of healing the world wound once and for all. There is more. I see you not as a tool or a game piece, but as an ally. And a commander with great leadership potential. Which is why it is so important to remove the division between you and the orders.
Go on.
Only a military tribunal would be able to resolve the issues between the Crusade commander and the Hell Knights. As formal a hearing as possible, to assure the orders they had considered the case and had the chance to pronounce a verdict. The occasion also called for a sacrifice. A symbolic victim would reinforce the impression of a successful trial and a unanimous decision. Nothing bolsters the reputation of the accused like the public humiliation of their accuser. I was the obvious choice for the role, so I organized this tribunal and did my best to ensure that the Paralictors arrived at the only correct decision, given the circumstances. Of course, this meant that my reputation would be destroyed, and I would be stripped of my rank. But that's inconsequential. Such losses are acceptable. I make no great fuss about the bleaching, but I do realize the full scope of its effects. The Fifth Crusade is quite possibly my last campaign. The pressures of time push people to extreme measures, and I am no exception. My aim was more than simply to prevent the Hell Knights from rallying against you. I wanted to strengthen your alliance, to give you a powerful army, a strong asset in the confrontation with the abyssal host. My gambit was successful. I am satisfied.
Virgil continues after a brief pause. Thank you, Virgil. I appreciate your sacrifice.
Your gratitude is unnecessary. I did what had to be done. Now that we are entirely clear, let us return to the main objective. I still hope to see the matter of the world wound resolved once and for all.
I am very we got a Wrecking Devil, which is a +5 axiomatic nullifying hammer, which is actually really nice too. I want to quickly see, how hard did we hit him? Oh, we only hit him for 338. That's not so bad. We didn't crit him in the head for like several hundred damage. Was that a crit? No, just a hit. We only rolled a 7, but with +56 to hit. Alright, let's go. Time to leave. Oh, wait, we have more things to do here. There's at least a treasure chest to loot. Oh, it had eggs. I'm not entirely sure if that was worth it. There's a treasure here somewhere. I'm apparently looking right at it. Where is it? Is it down here? not seeing it. We're walking right by. It's gotta be down here. There it is. It's in that little wrecked, submerged cart. Waterlogged cart. And it has... Oh. Well. It has scale mail. I'm going to stop in at the store here and see if there's anything new and exciting to buy. If not, we're going to call the video here. I think we're, you know, far enough. Paralictor. I would like to see your store, please. Let's do price in descending order. He does have Tidebringer, which is a pretty damn good trident, but we have no one that uses those. So we also have a heavy shield +5/+5 spiked called Hole Maker. It's really nice as well. A straight up longsword +5, which is not particularly exciting. The adamantine full plate +4 is not bad, but nothing I really want to buy. Yeah, just a bunch of +5 weapons. Alrighty, well, there's also something else. I found the exterpretors. Their entire chapter perished fighting monsters. I see, thank you for the information. We shall commit it to paper. We were going to organize search parties, so it seems like you saved us a considerable sum of money. I think it'd be fair if we give you part of it as a reward. Thank you. I have to go. Let's leave here really quickly, and then let's see if we get a Hellknight army. I don't remember if we actually get an army or just the ability to recruit mercenary Hellknights. I can't remember exactly how it goes. 20,000 gold is also going to be some finance points, because we're just going to dump it into finance points, probably. We have nothing we really need to buy at the moment. Are we missing some people? How are you guys? You're a horse! You should be vastly faster than the rest of the group. Regil I can see being a little slower. He's small. He's a gnome, so he's, you know, half the height of a human. Although, I've seen children run real fast, so maybe that's not entirely true. Did we get an army? We do have an army, and we have also received some mercenary purchase capability, which I can't buy for some reason. I can buy those. Can't buy any mercenaries. Oh no, I can. I just can't buy the Hellknight mercenaries. Well, that's weird. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. We can also buy hardened veterans now as well. So, one of our armies is just going to be strictly Hellknights and Hellknight reinforcements. It's going to be guarding, I guess, this side. The Signifiers are also extremely powerful. They have Fireball? Greater Fireball, which is intensely good. We should buy them as mercenaries whenever we can. The reserves are just going to be reserves. I should probably rename these armies. This is going to be Alpha Force, because it sounds entirely the worst. And then this one's going to be Bravo Force. Oh no, Beta Force. Beta Force. We're going with Alpha, we should go with Beta. Beta, even though I know that's Alpha Bravo in military lingo. Alpha is Latin. And we're going to stick with Latin. Alrighty. Did our formation change? On its... Oh, right, because we got assassins. We got our new characters, our new assassin characters. They look kind of creepy. Actually, our whole army kind of... These two in particular look very creepy. How did we get more units already? I'm just going to recruit, I guess. We don't really have anything to do with our army at the moment. We're going to need more money. Buying resources. I'm just going to buy like a lot. There. Now we shouldn't have to buy them for a while. Oops. It says we can't buy hardened veterans, which I think means we haven't built the proper building in this area. Probably. Nope. Allows for recruitment. Why can't we build it? 2250. I'm willing to bet we don't have enough materials. Yeah. There we go. Main Hall of Champions. Build that. Done. Now we can get hardened veterans eventually. Eventually we'll turn them into some elite unit of some sort. I'm not sure which one we're going to go with, but there we go. Alright, let's save here. In the next video we'll head down and do Ember's thing. We'll do Idle. Many recruits are eager to serve under the command of the legendary reconnaissance officer, also eggs them on to accept death-defying missions. As dozens of soldiers have lost their lives trying to earn his approval, the other officers are asking the commander to intervene. Prudent gives everyone unaffected by flanking. Encouraging increases growth from the archery range to the main stables and okay. Training from the archery and stables increases by 20%, but our soldiers have -2 AC, which actually isn't the worst thing in the world. Best of the best. 4 honor guards are recruited. Nope. Everyone gets experience per level, or more experience for our commanders, I guess. Or we can get a famous recruiter thing, which gives us recruitment, but it's an edict. I'm going to encourage the behavior. Screw it. Why not? Yeah, our infantry are going to suck a little bit more, but everything else is going to be a little bit more powerful. It lasts for 30 days. We're going to have a lot of cavalry and archers. Cool. All right. Take care, guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one.